If you're looking to really change up the rear end appearance on your 2015 and newer Mustang, then boy do I have a mod for you. Now the Morimoto XB taillight shown here in red will evoke that newer Ford GT styling while also packing some modern features such as the bright LED lighting and modern sequential design, all for south of $500. Install will be a plug-and-play, bolt-in job with no modification needed, so expect a relatively soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, about 30 minutes or so from start to finish to complete. But hang out to the end, guys, and we'll show you how it's done. Alright, so full disclosure here, guys, these lights will split a comment section faster than a set of Lambo doors because, well, let's face it, they are not going to be everyone's favorite modification. And honestly, that's perfectly alright, as that's the beauty of the Mustang scene or the car scene in general. It's your car, you can mod it however you want. So with that said, if you dig these lights and you want to learn a little bit more about them, hang out with me for a bit and I'll do my best to break things down. Now on the surface, the inspiration behind these lights is pretty obvious, right? They are designed with a certain Ford GT in mind, and the styling is going to be similar in regards to the basic shape and overall design. Now the Morimoto tails here are going to replace your factory S550 tri-bar tail lights with a circular tail light, which in this case will feature that factory style red lens. However, keep in mind, guys, these things are also available here on the site with a smoke lens instead if you prefer. But now let's talk about the components, operation, construction, all that good stuff here, guys. And for the build, you are going to be getting a durable ABS thermoplastic housing, which has been given kind of that same piano gloss black finish as the rest of the deck lid panel on your S550, so therefore the look should be very consistent overall. Now the red portion here on the lenses will be a polycarbonate material, and they will be sealed tight enough to receive an IP67 waterproof rating, which is typically something you'd find with an aftermarket light bar in the truck or even the Jeep world. Now inside those deep red lenses, you are going to find SSC branded LEDs, which are some of the best and brightest in the category. And because of that, the XBs here are going to be backed by a rather solid 10-year warranty. Now the operation here is pretty cool with the XBs because yes, you are getting the basic stuff in the way of your running lights and your brake lights, which are extremely bright, by the way, but you are still retaining that very cool sequential tail light feature, but in a very unique or different way. Now because of the circular shape or nature of the Morimoto lights here, the sequential aspect basically has that circle close up in 3 different sections as you initiate your turn signals or hazards, which is a very cool and unique spin to those factory sequentials. But now let's briefly segue into the installation as promised, and again, a very straightforward job in the driveway or garage. Everything is completely plug and play, no wiring or modification needed. And to give you a better look of how it will all go down, here is your detailed walkthrough along with that quick tool breakdown.
Tools used for this installation: socket wrench, 10mm deep socket, push pin removal tool, panel removal tool. All right, we're gonna start off by first popping the trunk to gain access to the inner panels here. All right, we're gonna first start off by getting our liner out of the way there, and then we're gonna remove the 4 plastic nuts holding the back plastic on. See over here as well. Set these to the side. All right, now I have a push pin removal tool. There are 2 Christmas tree clips that you have to remove. There's one here, and there's one right on the other side. Now we can peel back our liner to expose our wiring harness right here, and then we have to get this 10mm nut off that stud right there. So you have to get this 10mm nut, and then these 2. Those are the only 3 holding in the taillight housing. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is unplug this taillight, and then take my 10mm socket. I'm using a deep socket. Start loosening up this nut until it's finger tight, and you can back it off the rest of the way. Hold on to this hardware, you will be reusing it. Now there are 2 more up here as well. right, we're gonna repeat that on the other side as well. All right, now with your wiring and your 3 nuts removed, we can now pull straight back on our taillight assembly. Now there's gonna be a grommet right here to hold your wiring harness in place. Peel back that and bring back your plug. That's the same step for this side as well. Pull straight back. Take your grommet out, as well as your plug. All right, now that you see that we have our stock taillight on the table and our new taillight, we have to transfer over this trim piece to the new taillight. So I have a trim panel removal tool, and I'm going into the back here. I'm just prying gently upward to release that clip. There's a one on the other side here. Again, just pry upward, and we're just going to transfer that right over. Do that for both. That one just popped right off. And these are a plug and play installation, so you don't have to mess with any wiring. And now they're ready to go right on the car. All right, now's a really good time before we install our new taillights, just to clean up our surface a little bit and the little rain channel there. All right, now the installation is just like the removal. Everything is backwards. We're gonna put our grommet in place first, followed by our taillight. What I'm doing here is just making sure all my studs are coming through evenly. All right, now I'm gonna start my nuts on the back just to hold it in place. I'm gonna move on to the next one. All right, again, we're just gonna feed our plug through, set our grommet right there. Place our taillight where it needs to go. Start our nuts. All right, now let's tighten down these nuts. Again, it's a 10mm. Got them hand tight right now. I'm just gonna put a couple cranks on them. Nothing crazy because it is a plastic housing. Now we're making our electrical connection to the taillights, and then we're going to move on to the other side. Push pin right there. All right, so I wanted to show you the back side of this interior trim. You'll see these hooks. They are going to sit right here in those notches. So bringing our panel into place, and bringing it backwards. We're gonna slide those in and down. Make sure our studs for our plastic nuts are popping through, and then secure these. Now we're going to move our carpet liner back, pick up our tools, and get out of here. All right, that's going to wrap up my install of these Morimoto XB taillights. You can get yours right here at AmericanMuscle.com.